Our teams were back at work over the weekend, and a few surprises at the opening tournaments translates to movement on the official ACWPC National Polls. We begin with the Division III Top 10. Johns Hopkins drops one spot to number 10. They went 2 for 2 at the Navy Open with wins against Mercyhurst and McKendree. Laverne holds on to number 9. The previous week's tie at number 7 has been cleared up, and Whittier takes number 8. MIT remains at number 7. The Engineers had a rough outing at the Bruno Classic, dropping 3 out of 4. They look to turn it around against Caltech this Friday. And Occidental comes in at number 6 once again. No changes at numbers 5 and 4 for Cal Lutheran and Chapman. However, Redlands now shares the number 2 spot with a rising Pomona Pitzer. The Sagehens dropped all 4 of their games at the Triton Invitational, but they proved to be competitive as they punched above their weight class by 2 divisions. And for the second week in a row, Claremont Mudd Scripps is your top-ranked Division III team in the nation. Let's break down the national top 20. Cal Baptist takes a tumble and lands at 20. Brown, Santa Clara, and Navy all move up 1. Harvard sits tight at number 16. Loyola Marymount fills in at number 15. It's a bit surprising that UC San Diego would fall 2 positions to number 14. They went 3-1 in their signature tournament, with their only loss coming at the hands of the top-ranked UCLA Bruins. Other than that, the Tritons proved to be dominant over the weekend. We'll be sure to keep an eye on them as the season plays out. San Jose State is your 13th ranked team for a second week in a row. And Florida makes a big jump to number 12. The team earned huge wins against Brown, Cal Baptist, and MIT in the Bruno Classic. They'll take on UC San Diego and Harvard in the upcoming Princeton Invitational. And UC Santa Barbara moves up 1 spot to share number 10 with Long Beach State. UC Davis is on the move after their trip to La Jolla. The team split their weekend series with wins against Redlands and Westcliff and losses to Stanford and USC. UC Irvine and Pacific both dropped down 1 to 8 and 7. And I'm sure you've seen it, though you may not believe it. California have found themselves at number 6 after dropping 4 spots. The results from the Triton Invitational were not what the Golden Bears had in mind. They earned wins in both of their games on Saturday, albeit not with the goal differential they've become accustomed to. The big surprise came in the early afternoon on Sunday when Pepperdine orchestrated a masterful upset of the then second-ranked California squad. Casabella and Valera combined for 15 goals on the day, but it wasn't enough to power the Golden Bears through sudden death overtime. It's not Northern Illinois taking down Notre Dame, but it is an upset that signals that the times might be changing in collegiate water polo. Pepperdine is a force to be reckoned with, and you'll see that their new ranking is indicative of their ability. Princeton remains the 5th ranked team in the country, and we just talked about the upset, but it bears repeating. After a perfect set at the Triton Invitational that included wins against Cal State Fullerton and California, the Pepperdine Waves earned their position at number 4. They'll work to continue their upward trend as they take on LMU and USC this weekend. And speaking of the Trojans, USC comes in at number 3. Stanford makes the trip up the leaderboard to number 2, and the number 1 team in America remains UCLA. The Bruins concluded their trip to La Jolla with a perfect 4-0 record. They defeated the likes of UC Santa Barbara, Concordia Irvine, Pomona Pitzer, and UC San Diego. UCLA will be traveling down to Irvine for a match with the Anteaters this weekend, followed by a bout with Cal Baptist. Those are the top teams in the country. Be sure to return next week to see the results from Week 2 of collegiate water polo play. And if you're looking to get caught up on all this water polo, we have an audio recap of the Triton Invitational ready for you, so check that out. And like, subscribe, and do whatever you need to do to stay up to date with Water Polo Nation. We'll see you next time.